Tonight's game is a presentation of KBMW Sports.
Wahpeton Huskies football is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Red River Agency, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, and Vision Ford. Now, here's KBMW's Robert Wanick.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field. It is Husky homecoming. Beautiful Friday evening. 6 o'clock kickoff versus Watford City, fresh off the 6-hour or so bus ride. Early rise at 9 a.m. for them. They got a battle here with the 1-2 Huskies. One team is going to come out of here with a refresher. Good look on their season at 2-2, and one team is going to drop to 1-3. This is your Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmer since 1986. We're going to start it off with an interview from last weekend. Huskies head coach Wade Gilbertson fired up after a win over Valley City. And then we'll jump into your other pregame features on the Red River Grain pregame show. I'm Robert Wanick at the Voice of the Valley, Wahpeton Huskies, homecoming football.
Welcome back to the Giants Sports Show. I'm Robert Wanick with our final guest here today before the Headwaters Day Parade. It's head coach Wade Gilbertson of the Wahpeton Huskies, and I got to stand up for this one. I was saying it during the 80 update. Sometimes you make me feel like I want to run through a wall. Gilby.
Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. I saw
it's all
you.
cinder block in here. We can make it happen, though.
We could make it happen. I got to hit the weight room for a couple months first. I did see you running some circles around the pregame huddle last night. 31-27. Wahpeton takes down Valley City. And like I was saying after the game, why wait for homecoming? Let's get the first win tonight. Back to 500 next week. So it was 31-27. And let's talk about your defense right away, Coach. Really, really good. Third down stance, making them work for every point.
One of our points of emphasis this week and every week is tackle, as many times as I can say it, Robert. And we want to be technically sound, and we want to be able to be the best tackling team in the state because we think that's something we can control. We're not going to control our size. We're not going to control our strength or even sometimes our speed. You can't teach those things sometimes. But what we can do is teach proper tackling. And I feel like we've progressively gotten better in that area. We had a feeling that Valley City was going to come out and want to ground chuck it. They're going to want to run it all over us. And we gave up some big chunk yards. Sure we did. Some big chunk plays. Sure we did. But when it mattered, we were making tackles. And once we got a little momentum going offensively, it kind of changed the attitude of the defense a little bit, I thought. And they really started to give relentless effort in our front seven. Our linemen and our linebackers, I mean, you got Evan Doctor, Isaiah Brushert, Landon Ralph at D tackle. I should say Isaiah and Evan are linebackers. Trey Malkett, linebacker, was doing a great job. And then Luke Anderson as our nose. And those guys are rotating in with Chase Marsh as our defensive tackle, but they're rotating in with like Landon Nordic, Carson Van Epps. We saw those guys in that front seven give just relentless effort when they were running the football on us. And they saved us and got us off the field a number of times to get the ball back to the offense. So we bent a little bit in different places. But even when they were on the doorstep, I felt like our defense, like on the goal line, I felt like our defense still did not give up. There's been times over the years, or there's been teams over the years where, you know, the team gets down on the 5-yard line, 3-yard line, 1-yard line, whatever, and we just kind of give it up. I felt like our effort was still there, even though they may have punched it in. And that made me feel good about the rest of the game and made me feel good about the possible outcome of the game. So, yeah, I thought our defense at times, like I said, bent a little bit, but never did break because their will did not break. I thought that they gave tremendous effort once we got the offensive side going.
And I don't have the official numbers here, but I know that these three definitely got in on at least one sack. Brushert was back there. He had a solo sack. Came unblocked and then ran right through the guy who picked him up. And that was good to see because he's not the biggest kid, you know, and he ran right through, I believe it was a halfback who stepped up and he said, not today. And Belke got in on a sack, and Landon Ralph, he had the first sack of the game.
Yeah.
And that was a kind of like a lasso shoestring tackle, and that was a big one to set the tone because Heck was trying to get out of the pocket. And talk about your quarterback, Bjorn Kubla, just a tish longer on every play last night, not panicking. I thought he held onto the ball just a bit longer, dancing around the pocket, and that allowed him to step up and make some huge throws, a couple touchdown passes, 20-yard strike to DeFries, and then a beautiful back corner fade to Steffens, which ended up being the game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, Bjorn has the right temperament to play quarterback in our offense. He's not overly big. He's not overly tall. He's not overly athletic, but he's smart as they come.
He's got hands like Shaquille O'Neal, though.
Yeah, people that we go to camps in the summertime, and people want to ask me about our quarterback. It's not about throws that he's making. It's about his hands. Anyway, yeah, Bjorn made some great plays last night. He made some great reads. You notice he got the ball out to Braden Steffens a lot on free access type throws, which I've told a lot of people this now, when you see that happening, you know that our offense can start to click a little bit. The touchdown pass to Jackson DeVries, beautiful throw right over the top of the safety's head. I don't even know if the safety knew it was coming. We had him set up really well in the red zone. Obviously, it was 4th and 2, but what we had him set up for, I think, was play action. We're running Trey Malk, and we get down there 4th and 2. We could go Trey Malk again, but let's go play action, take a shot. Went play action, took a shot. Beautiful throw to DeVries. And that last throw, it reminded me of the Blake Schaefer, Caden Kappas days when we were throwing to him, and he had 19 touchdowns in 1 year. It was that kind of throw and catch, I thought. We threw it into the boundary a little bit, and sometimes when you throw a fade into the boundary, you have to be even a little bit more perfect with that throw. And I thought that he hit Braden in stride with that throw, got the pass interference call. Braden still caught it anyway and drug the foot through it. And for Braden Steffens,
2 feet inbounds on the catch, which was impressive, even though I called him Mauk a couple times after the catch. Sorry about that. Yeah, beautiful catch. Would have been good on Sundays. You were talking about those quick hitters, those little quick, some of them were bubble screens, some of them were quick outs to the sideline, but man, just how quick Bjorn was getting the ball out. A lot of people don't really pick up on that, but it was like snap your fingers and what's the defense going to do? And then it's one-on-one with your skill players on the sidelines.
Yes, and we purposely set up our offense that way where, I mean, the drive to go score before the half, to get the field goal before the half, to me, that was all set up on first down, way down in our own end. We set up a run play where we gave Bjorn the option to pull it or run, or pull it or throw the bubble, or just throw the bubble immediately. And he made a great decision. He saw where the defense was the weakest, and he threw the bubble out to Jackson DeVries. We got like a 20, 25-yard gain right there on first down. Jackson gets out of bounds, and that right there sets the tone for us driving down and scoring before halftime. So, yeah, he made a lot of great decisions. Dare I say that it was one of the best games, if not the best game I've seen him play cerebrally. I don't know if I said that right, but
close enough for me.
Right? Just the way that he managed our offense and the way that he communicated with me and what we were trying to do as a team. I mean, even he was thinking about drawing stuff up on the sideline last night. So yeah, he was into it. He wanted to win, and yeah, the best game I've seen him play with the way that he managed our offense.
So the second year in a row coming out in a narrow game against Valley City, and Trey Mauk, he has another big game last night, back at tailback exclusively after a short stint at wide receiver, and it's just like, okay, we got to get the ball in his hands. So you move him back to tailback. And did we have official yardage for him last night?
Yeah, it's the hard part is we don't have statisticians because it's a long story, really long story.
And it's too dark at the game for me to get the yardage, really. But
it's hard to do stats for football.
I'd say he probably had like $150 or more. I mean, he had some big runs. He had a 40, plenty of 10s, but well over the century mark. Let's just put it that way for Trayton Mauk. And the offensive line deserves some credit, but sometimes there's 2-3 guys in the backfield before he touches it, and he makes them all look silly. So a big game from Trayton Mauk, and this is commonplace for Trayton Mauk, so I don't really know what more we can say about it other than tune in next week. It's probably going to happen again.
Yeah, I said to a couple people this week that he sometimes goes into a phone booth and he changes into that Superman costume, and there were some moves that he put on kids where there was nothing there, and he made positive yardage out of it. Our offensive line blocked up our scheme very, very well. Part of our game plan going into this week was to take advantage of their weak spot up front. We wanted to run away from their 285-pound defensive tackle. So there were times when we would purposely make the call after we made the call onto the field, and there were times when we purposely had Bjorn just switch the play to the other side. If we're running it left and they're set up to the left, let's just run it to the right. And so our offensive line and our quarterback did a really good job getting the ball to Trey Mauck so much easier in the backfield, and letting him just do what he does is great. And Trey Mauck does Trey Mauck things, is what we say on the sidelines. Sometimes he sees an opening and he goes for it. Sometimes it turns out good. Sometimes it turns out bad. You know, when it turns out good, we all look like geniuses. So he's the kind of guy that makes us look right. But there's times too when he makes that decision, and it's possible that he gets tackled for a 1-yard loss, maybe just a 1-yard gain, and we say, hey, how come you didn't hit the hole on that one? But then you got to take the good with the bad. Trey's going to do Trey things. And, yeah, he was a superhero last night, that's for sure. He put us on his back, I thought, both offensively and defensively last night.
And maybe not on the level of Trey Mauck, because that is, just a very high standard. But we could say the same thing about a lot of your playmakers just doing playmaker things. There was a punt at the end of the first half, and I believe it was Steffens who fair caught the punt, and he had nothing but green grass in front of him. And I'm like, typically you return that punt. I mean, try to make something out of it, but you fair catch it, and you say with 27 seconds left, we like our chances of conserving this time. And who steps up? It's Caden Barth over the middle. He steps up, catches it, runs out of bounds, late hit on the Highliners, which leads to a James Johnson field goal, which leads me to this point. James Johnson, 7 points last night in a 4-point win, 1 for 2 on field goals. The miss was blocked, 4 for 4 on PATs. Co-player of the game last night on our broadcast.
Nice. Okay.
So what's he bringing in? I mean, a kicker is a big difference. I saw he was pretty upset. He missed his first kick of the season. Yeah. But you can tell by the way he kicks the ball and how pure it is that he can be a difference maker for you guys.
Yeah, and I believe he's transferred into Wahpeton High School last spring, and he has played a little bit of soccer in his past, so that always bodes well. And he's got those long levers. You see how tall he is and how long his legs and arms are. He's somebody that when he found out he was going to primarily be kicking for us, he owned it. He wants to practice it all the time. He wants to have somebody holding for him. He wants to do it at practice. He wants to kick 45 field goals in warm up. And I'm a little worried about him wearing his leg out. But
go play some soccer or something for the way.
Yeah, so far so good. He has he's done really well with it. And the best thing I guess I can say is that he's owned the role of being the kicker so far. So when he starts to learn the word urgency a little bit, he's going to be really good. And to be honest with you, I don't know, he might be able to kick at the next level as well with the kind of leg that he has. He gets a little bit of strength in that thing.
So what are we talking about range here? If the scenario comes push to shove, and you do decide, let's say, kick one before half, like what's the distance that you trot him out there?
Well, if you were going to ask Casey Materi, our special teams guy, he would probably say we could get a 40-yard field goal. I would round it out at that. Yep. So Casey thinks that we can get a 40-yarder. I trust him. We can get a 40-yarder, depending on the wind, depending on the hash, something like that, because you know how wide the high school hashes are and how weird that kick gets. But yeah, maybe 40 yards.
It's good to have a 25-yarder before half last night, right down Broadway, and that put Wahpeton up 10-7, and lead changed back and forth after that. It's a good week to be a Husky, so we do have a couple more guys to touch on here before we wrap it up. A guy who ceding his carries to Trayton Mauck right now, and it's like you look at good players, how can you find a way to evolve and make a difference? And Michael Peterson steps up, gets his hand in the cookie jar, breaks up a touchdown pass, big difference maker, and he has another pass breakup on the final drive of the game, and he was fired up, and Hunter McCall told me that prior to the season he lived in the weight room, so not really getting a whole lot of touches on offense. He says, you know what, I'm going to alter the game on defense. How impressed are you with him?
Could not be more impressed. He, along with a couple of other guys, have taken it upon themselves to work very hard in the weight room, and they lead by example on the football field every single day. So not only are they leading by example in the weight room, but also on the football field every single day. Michael Peterson joined our football team 2 summers ago, went to team camp with us and was very rough around the edges. We took him to team camp again this summer, and it was a different kid. He got in the weight room, worked his butt off on becoming an athlete. And I don't think there's a kid on our team that has worked as hard or set a better example by working hard than he has. We are going to limit his touches on offense, but like you said, he's taken it upon himself to make an impact on the defensive side, and he's doing a couple of things that sometimes we wouldn't ask him to do. Playing a deep coverage like that is very, very hard to do, and something that Michael hasn't done a lot of in the past. But some great plays by him last night. He sticks his nose in there. He's not afraid to be a football player, and it's just a ton of fun to watch him compete in practice too. Another guy like Evan Doctor, him and Evan were just in a great competition at running back to be the guy there, and neither of them were giving up an inch. Every single day at practice, they would get better, both on the offensive and defensive side, every single day. So could not be more proud of their leadership by example, both in the weight room and on the football field. They're sure tremendous people. Just a joy to coach and a joy to be around both of them.
And Evan Doctor, a couple of big tackles last night too, and I think that's great that he was in the running back room, probably still is in the running back room. Getting reps like that when you're a linebacker just helps you see things in a whole different way, and he's plugging some holes there for the defense. And the last guy I wanted to touch on, coach's son, he doesn't get to go first. He gets to go last, but he's the co-player of the game last night again. He had the interception to win the game, to seal the win, I should say. And if that pass is completed at midfield, we could be talking about a whole different scenario here tonight. And he went up and he got that one. So that's the second time in 3 games that Jack Gilbertson has got Essentia Health player of the game. And what have you seen out of the freshman? It's a serious physical process to get ready to play as a ninth grader, and a mental process. So how is he coming along? Really well.
Being a dad and coaching your own kid, there's a lot going on there, man. And I know Coach Ralph or other coaches at the high school that I just can't think of right now could probably write a book about it with all the stuff that goes on. But anyway, I think that entire freshman class is just doing tremendous things in our program. There's a lot of them that are going to be ready to play pretty soon, sooner than later. Jack, therefore, he's always been a competitive kid. He's always wanted to play, and one of the tough things about being dad and coach is that I go home with him, and he's asking a million questions. He's asking why he's not starting on special teams. He's asking all those tough questions, like, Jack, you need to be patient, buddy. That's part of separating dad and coach. And so when I'm at home, I'm trying to be dad. When I'm at the field, I'm trying to be coach. That's when I can tell him, hey, you'll get your turn when you force us to play you. And that's exactly what he's done, I think. In the last number of weeks of practice, it's been mostly, to tell you the truth, my coaching staff that has come to me and said, we have a proposition for you, and this is what we want to do. And I listen to them, and I give them possible alternatives, and they actually were the ones, my staff, that pounded the table for Jack to get on the field first defensively, and then last night offensively as well. So he has kind of forced us to play him, and it's not just him in that freshman class. There are a couple of others that are starting to force us to notice them and force us to get them some time on the football field. And it's always been a competitive group. They've always played together as a group. That's what I would say about them, is that it's just been a joy to watch them, is they're so competitive. And they're competitive with each other too, but also they're friends then off the field, and they don't let that competition affect them. Nobody has, to my knowledge, ever let one kid getting more playing time here or there ever affect them. So it's a really fun class to coach.
So Jack, did he have an interception at Minot?
No, he did not.
So Jack's got 3 interceptions in as many games this year. A big pick in the end zone versus Kindred, interception and a return last night, and then of course the interception at the end of the ball game. Jack Gilbertson and James Johnson, your Essentia Health co-players of the game. And I mean, we could throw in Trayton Malk, Michael Peterson, Bjorn Kubla. We could have had 5 of them, but it goes to those 2 last night. A big win. And talking about a big game, I'm going to say it one last time, and then I'll put it to bed. 0-2 is probably the biggest spot you could be in, and fantasy football owners know it for sure. Because if you lose, you're 0-3, stick a fork in the season. If you win, You're one game behind 500,
Heck
and you're
yeah.
looking at things different. Next week, it's Watford City at home, 6 o'clock kickoff. It's Huskies homecoming, baby. That was head coach Wade Gilbertson. The Huskies in the win column. They're fired up for Headwaters Day today.
That was Wade Gilbertson on Saturday, all fired up after a win over Valley City. Welcome back to the Red River pregame show, and we're at it again another week at Frank Vertin Field. Huskies are taking on Watford City. Let's take a look at your Otter Tail Power Company Power Pole ranking on for conservation. So this week's Power Pole ranking, as voted on by members of the North Dakota Associated Press Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association, features Division 2A, Grand Forks Red River. They're the top dog, 21 first place votes. They got all of them. Unanimous at 3-0. West Fargo Horace in the 2 spot, 2-1. Devils Lake moving all the way up to number 3 after a win over Jamestown. They're 3-1. Jamestown is number 4. They dropped 2 spots. They're 2-1. And Dickinson at number 5. They drop 1 spot, 2-2. Receiving votes, Bismarck St. Mary's, 2-1. And Minot North, also 2-1. For Division 3A, it goes Bismarck High, Fargo Davies, West Fargo Cheyenne, Mandan, and Minot. That is your Otter Tail Power Company Power Pole ranking. Now let's go ahead and take a look at your stat report. Yes, we do have stats this week for you folks, and there's going to be some pretty impressive ones. The stat report is presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Huskies quarterback Bjorn Kubala, he's 45 of 73, 62% completion this year, 481 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's big because Kubala was less than 50% a season ago. Trayton Mauk, your running back, 44 attempts, 360 yards, 8.2 yards a pop, 4 touchdowns, 6 catches, and 56 yards as well. Jackson DeVries at wide receiver, 14 catches for 195 yards, 14 yards per catch. He also has a touchdown. Caught that one against Valley City, a 20-yarder over the middle of the field. Braden Steffens, wide receiver, 16 receptions, 151 yards, a touchdown. The game-winning touchdown versus Valley City. Aiden Bonchez, he has 3 catches for 32 yards this season and a touchdown as well. Defensively, Trayton Mauk has 24 tackles. He leads the Huskies. He has a half sack. Evan Doctor, he leads the team, led the team last week in tackles, and he has 14 of them on the season. Jack Gilbertson, 12 tackles, and of course a team-high 3 interceptions. Isaiah Brushard, he has 11.5 tackles, 1.5 sacks at his linebacker spot. And Michael Peterson, big game in the secondary at his safety spot last week. 5.5 tackles, a half sack, 4 passes deflected. Got his hand in the breadbasket on a couple of those, including one on the goal line that would have put Valley City up. So Michael Peterson on the rise at D-back. That is your stat report presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick at State Farm. This is the Red River Grain pregame show. I'm Robert Wanick, and we're getting ready for Wahpeton versus Watford City. 6 o'clock kickoff on KBMW. Should be a fun one. We are streaming this game live on KBMW News Live YouTube. Let's take a look at your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineups while we have a chance here. For Wahpeton, let's start off with the offensive side of the football. We've got Caden Barth, Jack Gilbertson, Jackson DeVries at wide receiver, and Braden Steffens as well joining the wideout core. Bjorn Kubala, he's your QB1, second in the EDC in pass yards last year, off to a fine start this year, 18 of 24 for 216 yards and a pair of touchdowns last week in the 31-27 win over Valley City. Your running back is Trayton Mauk, and he does Trayton Mauk things. Looking for a big game for him after he ran for 216 yards on 25 totes last week, including a pair of touchdowns. Your offensive line, Chase Marsh, Hunter Belke, Luke Anderson, Owen Scovolt, and Landon Ralph. 3 of those guys will play on the defensive side of the football, Marsh, Anderson, and Ralph. Joining them on the defense is Omar Martinez in the secondary, along with Jack Gilbertson. As I mentioned, 3 interceptions for the freshman. Absolute highlight reel out there on defense. He has a nose for the football. Braden Steffens will slot on the outside as a cornerback. Jackson DeVries on the other side as a cornerback. Evan Doctor is your run stopper at linebacker. Isaiah Brushard has been pretty good at chasing the quarterback. Of course, he got back there for a sack last week. Michael Peterson, he's at the safety spot. Trayton Mauk leads this team with 24 tackles. He's playing linebacker. So that is your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineup for Wahpeton. Right after the national anthem, we'll get to Watford City right here on AM 1450 KBMW. This is Wahpeton Huskies homecoming football at the Voice of the Valley.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field after that beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Addie Dodge, Wahpeton's own. Let's get back to your Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineup with your visiting Watford City Wolves. Starting off at quarterback on offense is Paco Baldenegro. Connor Winter, he's wearing number 4. He's a running back. Riley Liedall-Berger, he will also be in the backfield. We've got Tristan DeVries at wide receiver, Jaden Wegener at wide receiver. We also have, getting to the line here, Harper Moberg, Caleb Pickering, Thaden Arnold, Braden Spacer, and Sam Inman. Defensively, Baldenegro, that's the pronunciation. Baldenegro will also play linebacker. Winter's a two-way player, Liedall-Berger as well. Wyatt Bockelman, he will join them. Will Langford, Tristan DeVries, Wagoneer, Thomas Cheney, and then your defensive line, Sam Inman, Thaden Arnold, and Josh Chavez. Watford City is going to receive the football to start this ball game. Let's take a quick look at your keys to the game presented by Smith Motors. Keys to the game tonight for Wahpeton. Usually you'd want to establish the run. I think it's establishing the pass, because if they don't keep the passing threat alive, this defense is going to try to hone in on Trayton Mauk, who's the bell cow back, 25 carries, 216 yards, and a pair of scores last week. But if Bjorn Kubala can keep spreading the rock around to his teammates, they're going to have to account for those wideouts, put about 4 or 5 of them on the field, and just let Trey Mauk cook in the backfield. So that's one key to the game. Establish the passing threat so that you can feed your thoroughbred running back in Trayton Mauk. And the second key to the game is watch the ball. Now, what do I mean by that? Watford City runs the art of illusion for an offense. Direct snaps to the fullback, a couple 2 quarterback sets. They'll both have their hands out, looking like they're going to get the snap. Misdirection all over the place. The Huskies must be disciplined. You may have a couple fake handoffs, fake toss, all on the same play. So if they can keep their eyes on the football and not take the bait, they're going to be in business tonight. Those are your Smith Motors keys to the game on your Red River Agency, your Red River Grain, pregame show. Red River Agency will have our play of the game at the end of the night. Hopefully it's just as good as Braden Steffen's touchdown catch in the back corner of the end zone last week to put Wahpeton up on Valley City. We're about ready to go here. Let's fire up your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Get the show on the road. I'm Robert Wanek. This is Wahpeton versus Watford City. Wahpeton homecoming. Congratulations to King Carson Hinsverk and Queen Olivia Nelson. Royalty this year. Our scoreboard sponsor once again, Carlson Family Insurance, representing auto owners. Thank you guys for hopping on the broadcast. So that about does it for our pregame features. We're going to take one more quick break and get right back for the kickoff. Friday Night Lights, Wahpeton homecoming. Gotta love it. Frank Vertin Field. We'll be right back at the Voice of the Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field as we get ready for kickoff. Wahpeton versus Watford City. This is Wahpeton's homecoming. Kickoff is presented by North Dakota State College of Science, the science of learning by doing. Doing the kickoff duties is going to be Trayton Mauk. He will also be the starting running back tonight. Wahpeton wearing all black tonight on homecoming. Watford City all white. Here we go. Kickoff is on the way, and it's a good one. Bounces at the 10, and it's going to bounce out of bounds. Looked like it was going to maybe pin them inside the 5. Did not take a favorable bounce for the Huskies, and that's going to be a penalty to start this football game. So Wahpeton 1-2, Watford City 1-2 coming into this game. As we'll see where Watford City takes over on this drive. Early kickoff tonight due in large part to A, homecoming festivities, and B, the long trip for Watford City. Told it's about 6 hours. They loaded the bus at 9 a.m. See if they got any jet lag from the trip to Wahpeton as we get underway here. First play of the game coming up, Watford City at their own 35-yard line. 3 backs. QB's under center. Handoff goes to the last man in line. He's gobbled up pretty quickly by Wahpeton's defense. Looks like a gain of about 3 yards. That was number 44, Josh Chavez. Chavez' jersey apparently ripped before the game, so he had to change his number from 40 to 44. So for any of you Watford fans watching, Chavez is in a new uniform. He'll be wearing number 44 tonight. And we'll be trying to keep up with which tailback has the ball in this quirky offense for Watford City. They gained 4 on that play. Ball at their own 39-yard line. Fullback down in a 3-point stance. They're going to hand it off to the final tailback once again. He gets to the outside, and it's going to be a nice gain for Watford City, finally taken out of bounds. He's hit by Isaiah Brushert. It was Riley Liedalberger. Big gain for Watford City, moving the ball just fine to start this one. Braden Stephenson, Isaiah Brushert in on the tackle. They're going to have a new set of downs at the Huskies 44. So it takes Watford City 2 plays to get into Husky territory after the kickoff goes out of bounds. Same formation once again. Now they're going to rotate 2 backs up on the left side of the line, 1 on the right. Direct snap to the running back, handoff to another running back, and he's going to take it left to right and get hit just in front of the line of scrimmage. A nice crack tackle there. As I try to get the number for you folks, that was Jackson DeVries. Went low on him, didn't take the chance of getting ran over, and secured the tackle. So that was some DeVries on DeVries crime there. Carrying for the Wolves there was their own DeVries, as I try to get his name. Tristan DeVries. So it's 2nd and 9 for the Wolves after that nice defensive play. Snap goes to number 5. He's going to take it to the right side and get a decent gain, about halfway to the yard marker. And that was a direct snap to Riley Liedalberger. Some of these sets so far early on, folks, don't have a true quarterback. It's 2 running backs in the backfield. Not looking to pass the football. So 3rd and a long 4 for Watford City here. See if Wahpeton can make a stand early on. Four men in the backfield for Watford City. It's a snap. It's a reverse handoff, and they got him in the backfield. Big play by Trayton Mauk. He reads it like a book, gets the tackle for loss, forces a 4th and 4. On the reverse, number 81. Wahpeton's leading tackler, Trey Mauk. Lots of misdirection there, but Mauk sniffed it out, made a tackle. It's going to be 4th and 6. It was a loss of 2 on the play. Ball at the Huskies 40, and it looks like they're keeping the offense out there. 4th and 6. Watford City looks like they're going to give it a try here. Straight up the gut, and it's going to be a 1st down rush by number 3, Paco Baldenegro. We'll call that a quarterback keeper, but as I said, they're all acting as runners in this offense. So not as much foolery on that play. They snap it to Baldenegro. He takes it to the right side and cuts straight upfield for a 1st down. Braden Steffens in on the tackle. Handoff goes straight up the middle. Gain of about 5 for Watford City. So they are chipping away at this Huskies defense, taking some time off the clock as well. We're under 8 minutes on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gain of about 5 or 6 there, it looks like. 2nd and 5 for Watford City. 2nd down and a long 5 for Watford City. In the backfield, it's Baldenegro, Riley Liedalberger, and Connor Winter. Joined by 2 fullbacks up on the line and a tight end. Heavy set here for Watford City. Number 3 keeps it to the right side, and he's going to be mighty close to the line. He's pushed out right at the sticks. That's Baldenegro again. It's going to be close. I don't know if he extended the football to the line of gain. They're going to mark him short. So we'll have another 3rd down. Of course, we're in 4-down territory here with the Wolves marching down the field. Here comes your 3rd 3rd down and 2. Big down here for Watford City. On the Wahpeton 25. Snap is away to Baldinegro. He hands it right into the stomach of the fullback. Dives for a 1st down. It was Josh Chavez. Short gain, but it does the job for Watford City. This is very methodical drive here from the visiting Wolves. Luke Anderson makes the stop. And you'd think this offense is going to ride the run till the wheels fall off. So far, so good. It's Wahpeton trying to get a feel for something you don't see very often. 2 wideouts, everybody bunched in the backfield. Direct snap to the running back. He's going to take it to the left side, and he's got a little bit of room. Mauk trying to chase him down. It's going to be Mauk and Steffens. Steffens makes the initial contact. Mauk cleans up, but a good gain for Liedalberger. So Watford City picks up another 1st down, and they are all the way down to the Wahpeton 11-yard line. Won't be 1st and goal, 1st and 10. Line of gain is the 1-yard line. Snap is off to Baldinegro. He's going to hand it off to his running back. Takes it to the left side, going for the pylon. Hurdles a Wahpeton Husky, and that's going to be a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott style. Number 5, Riley Liedalberger hurdles Steffens and scores the first points of the game. Watford City takes a 6-0 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So Watford City very content with running the football. Not even an inkling of a pass play, and they're going to go for 2 here. It looks like the Huskies were able to stop him. So Liedalberger gets stuffed on the 2-point conversion, and that's going to be your score to start this ball game. Watford City drives down the field with some tricky offensive sets, running the ball all sorts of directions. 6-0 lead on Wahpeton. 5:39 to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton's going to get the football next after a quick break.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
So Watford City strikes first, takes a 6-0 lead. It was a 11-yard touchdown for Riley Liedalberger. Took it to the left side, hurdled his way into the end zone, and they're going to kick off now to either Jackson DeVries or Trayton Mauk for the Huskies. 5:39 to go on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in the first quarter. Husky homecoming. Kick is away. It's going to be a line drive fielded by number 28, Michael Peterson, and he makes a good return out of it. Michael Peterson, who is part of this Huskies running back room. Apparently Watford City didn't know that. They tried to squib it. He picked it up and made him pay. Kickoff return near midfield for Michael Peterson.
Number 28 carries, and the tackle also made by the kicker, number 28, Jaden Wagoner.
So the kicker, Jaden Wagoner, makes the tackle. And Wahpeton will take over at their own 45. We'll see if their offense can recapture some of the magic they had last week against Valley City, led out by senior quarterback Bjorn Kubla. Mauk in Kubla's right pocket. 2 wideouts to the right. They're going to hand it off to Mauk. He goes up the middle. First carry of the game is good for 5 yards. So Trey Mauk picks up 5 yards on his first touch of the game. Sam Inman makes the tackle for the Wolves. 2nd and 5 here. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Braden Steffens is right on the line here. Trayton Mauk in the backfield, lone back. Kubla hands it off to Mauk again. He's got room up the middle, spins his way for a 1st down. So Mauk hit at the 1st down marker and just falls forward for a couple extra yards. Josh Chavez gets in on the tackle. So Wahpeton moves the chains. 2 carries, 10 yards for Trayton Mauk. Getting ready for another day at the office. Could be a run-heavy game script here from both teams tonight, folks. Wahpeton, 3 wide receivers up top, 1 down low. Trayton Mauk to the left side of Bjorn Kubala. Shotgun formation. Snap is off. Hand off to Mauk. It's a play action. They throw it out to DeFries, and he gets popped. Looked like the defense hit him right in the mouth. Kubala put that ball in a bad spot. It was a little bit high and out in front of DeFries, and the cornerback just popped him as the football got there, and he's walking a little gingerly. A little bit of limp in his gait. He's going to stay out there, though, it looks like. Looking over to the sideline. He needs one, and he'll get one. Checking in for Jackson DeVries is going to be number 21 for the Wahpeton Huskies. Trayton King. Young man's going to get his first action of the ball game. They're up on the line. 2 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun snap is off to Kubala. Hand off to Mauk, and they just had to get something going there. Took so long to get DeVries off the field, they didn't recognize that he was banged up. And they get the playoff, and it's a run up the middle for no gain, and now they're facing 3rd and 10. So a little bit of confusion cost the Huskies there. And DeVries will remain out for a second play here. Getting looked at by Chantel Chute, athletic trainer here, Essentia Health. We got a big 3rd and 10 here. Wahpeton working out of the shotgun, 3 wide. Kubla QB, Mauk in the backfield. Shotgun snap is off. They're going to pass. He drops, rolls right, looking downfield. We got a flag. Big completion over the middle, and a nice move on the end of it by number 5 for the Huskies. I believe that is Caden Barth, who had a catch in the same area of the field last week. But we have a flag in the backfield, so this one may be getting called back. And it's going to be a personal foul, hands to the face on the defense, so the Huskies are going to get the first down. The completion stands, and they are in the red zone. Wahpeton with a nice response here on this drive after Watford City just ran it down their throat to score a touchdown and take a 6-0 lead. Wahpeton looking to even the score here. Ball is at the Watford 6-yard line. Shotgun formation. Steffens all alone on the bottom of your screen. 2 wide receivers up top. Mauk in the backfield. Snap is off. Hand off to Mauk. He bursts up the middle, makes a man miss. Carries 3 more, and he's in the end zone. Looked like they had a hold of Trayton Mauk. He was shedding tacklers like nobody's business. 6-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Tough running from number 44. Set up by the Bjorn Kubala strike downfield to Caden Barth. So Wahpeton will have a chance to take the lead here. They'll send out their kicker, James Johnson. Snap is off. Johnson's kick is up. And it's good. Huskies 7, Watford City 6. We got a game, baby. It's homecoming in Wahpeton. We'll be right back after a quick break. The Wolves going to try to reclaim the lead here on homecoming at Frank Vertin Field.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field for Wahpeton Huskies homecoming football. Watford City comes to town and scores on a nice methodical drive, running the ball all the way They take a 6-0 lead. 2-point conversion, however, is no good. Wahpeton answers back with a nice strike down the field. Kubala finds Caden Barth on a 3rd and 10. He takes it down to the 6, and Trayton Melk does the rest with a 6-yard touchdown run. James Johnson kicks the PAT. Wahpeton leads 7-6 with 2:50 to go in the first quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So Wahpeton set to kick it off. Streaming this game live on KBMW News Live YouTube. As James Johnson will kick off. Trayton Melk kicked off to begin the game, but they're going to go back to James Johnson here. And that one's going to be a high spiraling kick in the air. Bounces at the 30, and Wahpeton nearly gets down there to recover it. They're going to make a nice tackle. A whole gang of Huskies in on it. One of those players was number 21, making the initial contact for Wahpeton, Trayton King. So King made his first appearance of the season when Jackson DeVries left with a leg injury, and he makes a tackle. So Watford City's going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Watford City, one wide out, everybody else parked on the line. This time it's just QB back in the shotgun. And they're going to run it right up the gut. Baldenegro is swallowed up on that play to the right side. Looks like a gain of 1. So Wahpeton, they bent a little bit before they broke on the first drive, but they did offer some resistance to these sets. Notably a Trayton Melk tackle in the backfield that he sniffed out. A good start here for the Huskies. 2nd and 9 for Watford City. Watford City up on the line. Let's see what they do here. 2 tight ends set. 1 running back, quarterback, and running back are looking like they want the snap. It's going to go to the running back, Liedalberger, and he's going to get swallowed up once again. So a short gain for him, and we're going to have a 3rd and long for Watford City. So they had the QB, Baldenegro, with his hands out on the right, kind of tilted his body, and then they had Liedalberger on the left, also tilting his body with his hands out, trying to deceive the Huskies defense, but they weren't having it. 3rd and 5. Big play here. The Wolves 2 for 2 on 3rd down on their opening drive. Same set from Watford City. It's going to be a snap to Baldenegro. He takes it to the right side after a spin move, and he's hit just short of the 1st down. Deep in their own territory. We'll see what Watford City does here, if they're going to go for it or if they're going to take their chances punting it away. And it looks like they're going to measure it. I didn't think he got very close to the marker, but I am a long ways away from the field, and they're going to pull out the chains. We'll see where this football's at. And it's going to be short by the nose of the football. So just a few inches short. They're going to have 4th and inches at their own 29-yard line. Interesting decision here from Watford City. We'll see what they do. 4th and inches for the Watford City Wolves. They're going to move the football and remeasure it. It's still short, so Wahpeton probably holding their breath a little bit when they did a second measurement. Fourth and inches. They're going to keep the offense out there. 2 men in the backfield again, a couple tight ends and a wide receiver on the line. Everybody's blocking. Here we go. Snap is going to go right up the middle to the fullback. He's going to pick up a 1st down. And emerging from the pile is number 44, Josh Chavez. So nothing fancy there. Snap it to the fullback, and he just dives forward for a 1st down. So Chase Marsh and Isaiah Brushert in on the tackle. New set of downs for Watford City. We're under a minute here in the first quarter. Wahpeton 7, Watford City 6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Snap goes to Baldenegro. He's going to hand it off the middle to Chavez again. And Wahpeton early on in the drive making a tackle. And that's been the theme. They've been able to make the stop on first and second down, but third down, the Wolves have been able to forge forward and keep the drive alive. So 2nd and 9. Nothing fancy about this. Not the most exciting offense to run, but hey, it's been effective for the Wolves. Snap to Baldenegro. He's going to hand it off. And Watford City's going to get nothing. Nice tackle by Landon Ralph. He wrangles down number 22, Tristan DeVries. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Wahpeton leads 7-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard with another big third down coming up. Watford City football on the other half of the break. This is Husky Homecoming on AM 1450 KBMW, the voice of the Valley.
Save big this month with Smith Motors of Wahpeton's tire sale. Save up to $100 in rebates on Goodyear, up to $60 in rebates on Michelin, up to $100 in rebates on Uniroyal, up to $100 in rebates on General, and up to $100 in rebates on select Pirelli tires. Make sure your vehicle is ready for winter with Smith Motors and Wahpeton's tire sale. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy a hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
All right, we're back. A play late and $1 short, but we're here. Third down stop for the Huskies. It was Michael Peterson on the stop. 4th and 7. Watford City's got the ball at their own 37-yard line. And even without a passing game, they have been content to just keep going for it on 4th down, and looks like they might be doing the same here. Absolutely. Baldenegro in the backfield with Liedalberger, and they're going to call a timeout. They just wanted to see what the Huskies were rolling out there. So we're going to get our first High Camp Construction timeout of the ball game. High Camp Construction, once you know who we are, you won't build any other way. That's Watford's first timeout of the ball game. Facing a 4th and 7 from their own 36-yard line. I'm Robert Wanek at the Voice of the Valley. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Huskies Homecoming Football. And again, this timeout is presented by our friends at High Camp Construction. Wahpeton 7, Watford City 6. Second quarter just underway here. So Watford City, I'm not assuming that they're going to go for it here, but we shall see. Deep in their own territory. Well, not really deep in their own territory, but that they're 36, and they are not in punt formation. Snap is off, and they're going to hand it off to number 22, and he's going to get mighty close to the first down. Looks like he might be... I don't want to call it. That is so close. Tristan DeVries with a nice carry up the middle. He came reverse action right to left, and they're going to have to measure this one would assume. Big measurement here. Huskies are pointing the other way. We won't find out till the chain gang gets on the football. Oh, boy. It looks like the football is just a tad short, but it's hard to tell from up here at Frank Vertin Field. 4th down run by Tristan DeVries, takes the ball really close, and Jackson DeVries is walking up from the Wahpeton defense to get a good look at it. They're going to pull it tight, and it's a first down by the nose of the football. So they didn't get a first down on 3rd down by that same margin. This time around on 4th, they do. Tough break for the Huskies, who give up 8 yards on 4th down on a run play. That shows the pedigree of this Watford Wolves offense, how they play smash mouth football with a little misdirection added to it. So fresh set of downs for Watford City. Been saying that a lot as they move the football up to the Wahpeton 39. It's Baldenegro and Liedalberger in the backfield again. This time, Liedalberger is going to take it up the middle, cut to the left. He's met by Trayton Mauk along with Isaiah Brushert. Been saying his name a lot this game. So Liedalberger, Baldenegro, Chavez, DeVries, four-headed monster here for Watford City. 10:22 to go in the second quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton 7, Watford City 6. 2nd and 8, the Wolves have the ball nearing midfield. Snap is off. This time they will pass. Baldenegro airs it out deep. He has a man, and he just overthrows his intended target. That would have been a surefire touchdown. Looking for his wideout, number 80, Aaron Luna. 88, Cade Singer. Wide open. Had Wahpeton reeling on that one, but Baldenegro just put a little too much air on it. Big break there for the Huskies. That ball landed at the 10-yard line, just out of arm's reach. So yet another 3rd down here. So far, dynamite for the Wolves. They are 4 for 4 on 3rd down. They've got the ball at their own 41-yard line, 4-down territory for them. Reverse pitch here. It's going to go to 22. That's DeVries. He avoids an initial tackle. He's swallowed up by a gang of Huskies after that. And we're going to have a 4th and about 6. DeVries comes off where he's lined up as a tight end. They just give him a little pitch running right to left. An inside pitch play. He cuts it back up the middle, and who's there? Brushert. 4th and 5. The Huskies with another chance to turn them over on downs. Looks like they'll work out of the shotgun formation this time. It's Baldenegro. 2 wide receivers to the right, tight end on the line, fullback blocking. Baldenegro rolls right. He's looking downfield. He throws it, and it's intercepted. Nice return on it as well. That looks like it's Mighty Mouse number 3, Omar Martinez. Big time play by Omar Martinez. Trying to find him on the sideline there. And that ball was just out of reach of the wide receiver. And those ones are hard to intercept because you don't see them right away. When you're playing in the secondary, disappears as the wide receiver goes up to catch it, and you got to be ready. And that's exactly what Omar Martinez did. So Wahpeton takes over at their own 42 after the turnover. Interception, Omar Martinez. 4 wide receivers, hand off to Mauk. He tries the left side. He's hit hard, taken down. And that is number 79, Sam Inman. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 as Mauk is swallowed up in the backfield. Kubla out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers up high, 1 wide receiver down low. Mauk, little shake and bake up the middle, and he's carrying a defender on his jersey. And he's going to get a big gain there. That's 9 yards. Takes it across the 35-yard line of Watford City. Josh Chavez in on the tackle. So Mauk goes for 9 yards on that one. Six carries so far for Trayton Mauk. Brings up a 3rd and 2. In motion, it's Jack Gilbertson. He stops at the line. Mauk in the right pocket of Kubla. It's handed off. Mauk's got a little bit of running room, but he's going to bounce it outside, and he's going to get up the middle. Turn something into nothing. Trayton Mauk with another big gain. Takes it inside the red zone. That's a Huskies first down. 16-yard run for Trayton Mauk, his longest scamper of the evening. They're just getting the motor started on that young man. So Wahpeton working from the 19-yard line with a 7-6 lead. 7:38 to go in the half. Kubla out of the shotgun. Wide receivers on the right and left are balanced. Mauk the lone back. Kubla drops back. Here comes the throw. Over the middle. Somehow threads the needle. Completes it to Jackson DeVries. That one looked like it was going to be picked off by Cade Singer, but it was a bullet. Perfect pass from senior quarterback Bjorn Kubla. Takes the football down to the 3-yard line. First and goal at the 3-yard line. It's Trey Mauk in the backfield. 3 wide receiver set. Shotgun snap. Hand off to Mauk. He's going to try up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple. Looks like he's going to be close to the goal line. And they're going to mark him at the 1, maybe even the half-yard line. So 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. And let's see if they put anyone else in the backfield here. 2 wide receivers on the left side of the line. They're in tight. Mauk the lone back, left of Kubla. It's a pass play, back corner fade. Almost a very nice one-handed catch by Braden Steffens. Just a little much on it from Bjorn Kubla, and that would have been a highlight reel. Good placement of the football, but just a little bit high.
Huskies 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
So they're going to go back to a 3 wide receiver set, 2 of them on the right side, bunched on the line. Mauk, the running back in the backfield, and we have 3rd and goal from the 1. Hand off to Mauk. He cuts left to right. He cuts left again, and he walks in the end zone. Touchdown Huskies. 13-6 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Trayton Mauk showing off his shiftiness on that play. Nobody able to put a solid hit on him as he walks into the end zone, puts Wahpeton up by a touchdown. James Johnson trying to make it an 8-point lead. Snap is off, kick is up, and Johnson just keeps nailing them. 14-6, Wahpeton leads on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 6.5 to go in the first half versus Watford City. We'll be right back with more homecoming football after a quick word from our sponsors.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Save big this month with Smith Motors of Wahpeton's tire sale. Save up to $100 in rebates on Goodyear, up to $60 in rebates on Michelin, up to $100 in rebates on Uniroyal, up to $100 in rebates on General, and up to $100 in rebates on select Pirelli tires. Make sure your vehicle is ready for winter with Smith Motors and Wahpeton's tire sale. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Wahpeton takes a 14-6 lead after Trayton Mauk punches in his 2nd touchdown of the half. This one from 1 yard out. So he has touchdown runs of 6 yards and 1 yard, and Wahpeton leads 14-6 over Watford City. James Johnson set to kick it off. He's 2 for 2 on PATs tonight. This is Husky homecoming on KBMW. Kick by Johnson, fielded at the 9-yard line. Here come the Wolves. And it's a good return with some daylight on the left side, and this is going to be a big one. Down to the Huskies 40. I believe that's number 88. It's 81 this time. That is Carter Breitbach. Massive return for Breitbach. Breaks it open on the left side. And Isaiah Brushard is in on the tackle again. Huskies leading tackler tonight. He's got 5. So he goes 50 yards on the return. And they're going to start off in Wahpeton territory. Snap is off. That's Chavez. He's met in the backfield by Trayton Mauck. Shoestring tackle. He's going to fall forward, though, and they're going to give him a favorable spot here. Get a couple yards out of that one. Nice pursuit by Trayton Mauck. Josh Chavez picks up about 3 yards on the carry. We are streaming this game live on KBMW News Live YouTube. It's Wahpeton up 14-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Snap is off. It's Baldonegro. He tries the left side. He's swallowed up. Making the tackle that time was Evan Doctor. Good to see Evan Doctor get involved there. As we update your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard again, Wahpeton leads by 8 here after 2 Trayton Mauck rushing touchdowns and a couple PATs by James Johnson. Third and 7 for Watford City. They're at the Wahpeton 38-yard line. Snap is off. It's a direct snap to Chavez. He's going to try the left side, and he's got plenty of room, and boom! Lays out a Wahpeton Husky. That was a big boy hit there by Josh Chavez. And I couldn't see who he hit, but he hit him like a lightning strike and picked up about 8 more yards. Chase Marsh and Michael Peterson combining on the tackle there. And the Huskies are nearing the red zone, or the Wolves are nearing the red zone, excuse me. Ball on the 24-yard line. Fake snap to Baldonegro. It's going to go right up the middle, and we can't see who's got it. So Baldonegro did a nice job acting like he caught that snap and tucked it away. And the PA doesn't have it either. Wasn't Chavez. Wasn't Baldonegro. Wasn't Liedalberger. So it must have been DeVries because those are the 4 backs they've been using. 4 different ball carriers tonight so far for Watford City. Direct snap to Chavez, left side. Tries to lower his shoulder again, but he's not going to get past about 5 Huskies who drill him into his own sideline. It's going to take more than one guy to take down Chavez. It's good teamwork there by Wahpeton. And yet another 3rd down for the Wolves. Ball's on Wahpeton's 22-yard line. There's 3:31 to go in the first half. Huskies 14, Wolves 6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Turner Bloff, as he has Breckenridge football kickoff in about 15 minutes. Over on B92.7 FM for you Cowboy football fans. For you Wahpeton fans, stay right here. We're locked in it. Snap goes to number 15 this time. He's going to try the right side, and he is buried into the ground by Trayton Mauck. Big tackle for loss. Loss of 3. Trayton Mauck knew exactly who had the football there. And he's done a great job chasing down the ball carrier. We're going to have a timeout here presented by Heitkamp Construction. It's going to bring up a 4th and 13 at the Huskies' 28-yard line. This timeout is presented by Heitkamp Construction, as Wahpeton's going to look to make a 4th down stand here in their own territory. Only 3.5 to go here in the first half. Big play for Wahpeton, bigger play for the Wolves, who don't want to give the football back to this Wahpeton offense, who has scored twice. Big pass over the middle to Caden Barth. I had that unofficially as a 35-yard completion. That led to Mauk's first touchdown from 6 yards out. And Mauk did the heavy lifting on the next drive, took it all the way down himself and scored from the goal line. At halftime, we'll have Athletic Director David Woods up here at some point as they honor the homecoming court down on the field. 4th and 13, Watford City from the Wahpeton 28. They're at the line. 2 wide receivers, a fullback, a running back, a tight end. It's loaded. Baldenegro drops back under pressure. Screen pass, lots of room to run. Tackle is made, and it's going to be a huge 4th down stop. Crack tackle by Jack Gilbertson, who's been nothing but clutch this year. He upends the ball carrier. Ball carrier goes flying in the air and lands about a yard short of the first down. They'll take over on their own 16-yard line. 3 minutes to work with. So Jack Gilbertson, who's been a turnover machine in the interception column, he makes a tackle on 4th down there. Wahpeton's going to try to go 84 yards in 3:11 here, leading 14-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Shotgun snap. Kubla handoff to Mauk. He goes straight up the middle, and he's going to have another big gain. Trayton Mauk with an 11-yard rush. So another Huskies first down there as we hit the 3-minute mark. Mauk in the backfield. Steffens and Gilbertson up top. Barth on the near sideline. 3 wide out set. Shotgun snap. Quick out to Gilbertson on the right side. He's going to turn it upfield, and he's going to power through a tackle. And it looks like he lost the football at the end of the play, but he was already down. So that one is going to be mighty close to the first down. And the clock is still running. They're eventually going to call for a measurement after a bunch of time runs off the clock. And you'd think they're going to have to put probably 10 seconds back on the clock. They're not going to measure. They're just going to move the chains. So that's a Wahpeton first down. 2:23 on the scoreboard. Wahpeton leads 14-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Ball at their 37-yard line. Three wide receivers on the Huskies sideline. Up top, we got one, Trayton Mauk, left side in the backfield. Shotgun snap, Kubla, quick out once again, and that one caught by Braden Steffens. Did a nice job getting his hands underneath the football, keeping it off the ground. It's a 5-yard quick out route. So the Huskies have 2nd and 6 from their 41-yard line. Kubla airing it out a little bit on this drive. We'll see if they stick with the pass and try to move down the field quickly. Shotgun snap, it's a handoff to Mauk. Left side, bounces off a tackle, leaps forward for a few more yards. Little extracurricular action on the play after there, as we got the Wolves getting a little frustrated, shoving a couple of the Huskies linemen. And this time, we're going to be close to another first down, as the officials are standing over the ball at the 46-yard line, and we're going to get an officials timeout for measurement.
And we have an officials timeout.
So the chain gang coming out. We'll get a measurement on this one. $1:31 on the scoreboard in the first half. Wahpeton leads Watford City by 8 on homecoming. It's been a heavy diet of Trayton Mauk again in the backfield. And move those chains. It's a first down. So Wahpeton's going to have a minute and a half to work with here as they try to add to this 8-point lead before the half. Shotgun formation. Mauk, the lone back once again. 4 wide receivers. Staggered up high, staggered down low on your screen. Drop back from Kubla, and he's going to air it over the middle. Perfect pass to Trey Mauk, and he's going to outrun the Watford City defense for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Three's company for number 44 in the Wahpeton Huskies, Bjorn Kubla. Throwing darts out here tonight on homecoming. 20-6, Wahpeton takes the lead. Found Mauk sitting in the middle of that Watford City zone. He just slowed up on his crossing route and caught it right in the middle. Hit the gas once again, and nobody's catching him. So James Johnson with a chance here to make his 3rd PAT of the game. Snap is off. Johnson's kick is up. Right down Broadway. Johnson 4 for 4 on PATs. Wahpeton 21, Watford City 6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 1 minute left in the first half. We'll be right back on AM 1450 KBMW.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field for Wahpeton Huskies homecoming. They're taking on Watford City, and they have a 21-6 lead with 1:04 left in the first half. 3 Trayton Mauk touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, and that last one coming on a beautiful pass by Bjorn Kubla over the middle of the field. He has been reading defenses very well. Senior quarterback is up to 5 touchdowns on the campaign. For the kickoff, it's James Johnson. He's going to boot it deep. Fielded at the 5-yard line. Here comes number 81, and he's hit initially by Michael Peterson. Peterson's going to finish off the tackle himself. On the return, that was Carter Breitbach. Looks like a 15-yard return to the 20-yard line, and they're going to have 56 seconds to work with. So Michael Peterson has done some nice things last week in the secondary, deflecting some passes, including one in the end zone, and tonight some big tackles. He also returned the first kickoff of the game that came Wahpeton's way in the 3rd line. He picked it up and made a nice gain of it, took it up to midfield. So Watford City looking to make this a 1-score game going into half. They trail by 15 with 56 seconds to go at Frank Vertin Field. And they might be doing some passing here. No backs this time, a rarity for this offense. 2 wide receivers up high, 1 down low. And we're going to have a flag. They might be lined up illegally, and they are going to get a delay of game. So that's going to back them up deeper in their own territory. Wahpeton 2 timeouts to work with here if they want to get the football back. But priority number 1, stopping the Watford Wolves from scoring in the final 56 seconds of the half. Shotgun snap, rolling out to his left and making the complete pass to Breitbach, Paco Baldenegro. That one is good for about 7 yards. Braden Steffens and Omar Martinez in on the tackle. 2nd down, and they're going to throw it about the same distance. This one is aired into the Wolves sideline incomplete. So 3rd down. 31 seconds. Big stop here for Wahpeton, and they might be able to get the pigskin back before the half. 21-6, Huskies lead. Taking a long time in the huddle. We're down to 14 on the play clock. Watford City finally breaks, gets up to the line. 2 wide receivers. It is going to be a handoff off right up the gut, and going over the top of the defense was Chavez. He is not afraid of contact. He picks up a first down. 21 seconds to go. So they'll stop the clock here until they get the ball spotted. Then they'll crank it back up. 21 seconds, quickly to the line. It's Watford City. Clock is on. 17, 16, 15. We're going to get a timeout with 14 seconds. This timeout presented by Highcamp Construction. Wahpeton 21, Watford City 6. 14 seconds to go. Watford City has the ball at their own 33-yard line. We're nearing the half on AM 1450. KBMW. We'll be right back.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Watford City has the ball at their own 33. They trail 21-6 after that Highcamp Construction timeout. 1st and 10, 14 seconds to go in the half. Snap to Baldinegro. He's looking downfield. He throws left. It's a duck, and it is picked off by Jack Gilbertson. He's going to try to get a return out of this. He's going to get to the 45-yard line. So Jack Gilbertson with his team leading 4th interception of the season. What a season for the freshman, and it's only about halfway done. Baldinegro threw that one way too deep for the Watford Wolves. Looked like he didn't get such good grip on it. Wobbly duck over the middle of the field, and Jack Gilbertson able to haul it in. Those balls a little bit difficult to grab in the secondary when they're tumbling end over end like that. But Gilbertson, he's got good hands. He pulls it in, and the Huskies are going to have one last play here to end the half. 4 seconds to go. From the 47-yard line of Watford City. 5 wide, no running backs. Bjorn Kubla in the shotgun. He rolls right. He's looking downfield. He's going to throw it well short of the end zone. Caught on the sideline by Jackson DeFries. So a good gain on the sideline to end the half. And Wahpeton is going to hit the locker room leading 21-6 on homecoming. You're listening to AM 1450 KBMW, and thank you for your patience with the graphics package. We're rolling out some sponsor graphics. It is the first week where we have a full allotment of graphics for our sponsors. That Highcamp Construction timeout, one of them. And we're going to keep working on these and refining them week by week. And thank you for tuning in, KBMW News Live. We got some big things coming up the pipeline here as far as digital video streaming goes. Halftime, Wahpeton 21, Watford City 6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll be right back with Athletic Director David Woods as he comes up to talk about homecoming festivities right here at the Voice of the Valley.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field for your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. I'm Robert Wanek at the Voice of the Valley. Wahpeton Huskies home cooking on homecoming. It's 21-6. They lead Watford City. Congratulations to the entire homecoming court, King Carson Hinsberg, Queen Olivia Nelson. Coming down in just a minute is Wahpeton Athletic Director David Woods. He's going to talk about homecoming festivities. In fact, here he comes. So we'll get him on in just a second here. And a big first half for Trayton Mauk, Wahpeton Huskies. 3 touchdowns, 1 through the air on a beautiful scoring strike from Bjorn Kubala, and 2 on the ground. So David Woods getting ready to join us here. We're going to get him fitted with a headset. He's pretty bulky. I think he lives in the weight room. He can barely fit by the camera setup up here. And it looks like we've got him on. Can you hear yourself?
Yes,
I can. Okay, and I can hear you too. So tell us a little bit about, I saw a press release came out. You guys are going to be doing a wagon parade, or just tell us all about that.
So we did a wagon parade. It was actually today at 2.
Okay.
It was a wonderful event. It was something just to add with the homecoming festivities. We had our pep rally, our groups, our athletics, our activities. They all made a float, so we had about 20 floats. The middle school and elementary school were at the bus loop, so we just walked the bus loop and threw candy, and it was a really, really good time.
So they just put up a little bit more time on the clock here because we're honoring some of the homecoming, or the full homecoming court, some Hall of Fame members. Can you tell us a little bit about these kids getting nominated for homecoming court. What does it take for you to be nominated to homecoming court? What kind of students and student athletes did the court feature this year?
Well, it was an assortment of student athletes. It was a really good opportunity for them to showcase who they are. And, you know, them being nominated speaks to the character that they have. We have athletes, we have people in activities, we have, you know, managers, you know, and it really didn't matter what walk of life you came from. If you're just a good all-around person, people recognize that, people vote for you, and that's how you end up on royalty.
So one thing I wanted to ask you about, cheerleaders are out here. They don't really get much much press during the game, obviously working hard. Tell us about the cheerleading program and talk a little bit about their head coach maybe.
Well, okay. Hattie Sedera, okay.
With a Z in it.
Yes,
Z.
S-Z. I know her as Hattie Monroe. She is a rambunctious person who really wants the best for the girls. She really wants to put that program out there. As soon as I became AD, she was one of the first people to call me and say, hey, what can I do? How many more events other than football can we get to? Can we have a competition cheerleader team? And I just think I'm really excited about some of the ideas that she had. The girls, once again, girls from all walks of life. Some of these girls are athletes. We have swimmers, we have cross-country runners. One of the girls was playing the drums with the pep band up here. So many talents to be showcased at, you know, Wahpeton. And she brings all that together into a collective. And I think this is one of the biggest groups she's ever had. So hats off to her for really putting that program on the map. So
Wahpeton up 21-6 at the half. You're probably busy running around doing your AD duties, but what have you seen out there on the football field?
Nothing but goodness, right? What can you say? What more can you say about Trayton Mount? You know, he's just such an explosive person. And we've had those in the past, you know, but they're all just a little different. And Trayton is really hard-nosed, really doesn't fear anything. And, you know, it's total opposite of who he is in the classroom because he's just this quiet person. He doesn't say much, but he's a monster on the field. And when you have people around you, Bjorn Kubala, you know, Luke Anderson, when you have those pieces around you, only good things happen.
Luke Anderson leading the push on the line along with Landon Ralph, Scovolt, Belke, a bunch of guys there. But Trayton Mount, 3 touchdowns in the first half, and him and Bjorn Kubala, a couple mild-mannered guys who aren't going to toot their own horn. Tough to interview because they're so humble.
Yeah.
And they go out there and not quite as humble on the football team. Definitely winners, and they like to get after it. Is there anything else you'd like to mention on the show about homecoming week, and how was your first homecoming week as AD?
It was unreal. I really enjoyed everything. It's really cool when people come back to you and they say that they're, you know, the underclassmen, they come up to you and they say they're really excited about some of the traditions that you're putting in, and they look to better some of those things for next year, and then the school wants to be more involved. If you would have walked the halls of Wahpeton High School today, it was a sea of purple. It was such a beautiful thing to see. If you want a preview of any of that, just go on the Husky Howl on Facebook or Instagram, and you will see the pride. There's videos, there's pictures, there's just everything.
The Husky Howl on social media. You can also find all of our KBMW sports content on there. They're doing a good job of collabing and sharing our stuff. That was Athletic Director David Woods. Wahpeton's up 21-6 in this one. We'll be right back with the second half in a couple minutes. This is your Minn Kota Egg Products Halftime Show.
Save big this month with Smith Motors of Wahpeton's tire sale. Save up to $100 in rebates on Goodyear, up to $60 in rebates on Michelin, up to $100 in rebates on Uniroyal, up to $100 in rebates on General, and up to $100 in rebates on select Pirelli tires. Make sure your vehicle is ready for winter with Smith Motors and Wahpeton's tire sale. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Wahpeton leads Watford City 21-6. Watford City strikes first. Opening drive, they run a very strange offense, as I mentioned in the pregame show. You don't know who's going to get the football. Two guys in the backfield both sticking their hands out like they're going to get the snap. Sometimes it's a direct snap to the fullback. As I'm out of breath running up the steps here at Frank Vertin Field, I'm Robert Wannick on KBMW. It's about 3 miles to the top of the bleachers from the field. 3 minutes until the start of the third quarter. Wahpeton 21, Watford City 6. So they march down the field with misdirection in the backfield, take a 6-0 lead, miss the PAT. Wahpeton answers on a big third down strike from Bjorn Kubala to Caden Barth over the middle of the field. That takes them down to the 6-yard line. Trayton Mauk runs it in from there. Wahpeton scores again after Mauk runs it down the field. 7 carries on that drive with a long of 16. He punches it in from 11. And then Mauk once again on a pass over the middle. 30-plus yards from Bjorn Kubala. So Kubala, a couple passes of 20-plus yards. to his name today, and a couple nice quick outs too to pick up some key yardage. Nice job from the senior signal caller, and he's got Wahpeton up 21-6. Your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. So far, so good. Wahpeton Husky homecoming. I'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field, your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Wahpeton 21, Watford City 6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 3 touchdowns for Trayton Mauk, a passing score for Bjorn Kubla, interceptions for Omar Martinez and Jack Gilbertson. Both of those balls overthrown, and a nice job by the secondary of tracking them. Omar Martinez, a pick along the sidelines with a good return. Martinez, a 5'4", 115-pound senior. He hits hard and he plays defense like an animal. Absolutely fun player to watch. Little firecracker. Comes up with his first pick of the season, and Jack Gilbertson with his 4th interception of the season. That leads Wahpeton, and when the stats for the conference come out next week, I bet it leads the EDC as well. So Wahpeton's defense stepping up after giving up a touchdown on the first drive. Let's take a look at how these teams got to this point. Wahpeton's schedule, they lost to Kindred in week 1 right here, 50-12. Kindred ranked number 1 in Class 1A, however, and a good second half in that game for the Huskies after falling behind 30-0 at the break. They built on that. They went into Minot North on the road, 21-21 at half, ended up losing 35-21, ran out of gas after the bus ride in the second half. And then beat Valley City last week in a statement win, 31-27 here, sending Valley City to a winless 0-3 record and kind of rewriting the ship for their season. Wahpeton improving to 1-2. They got a chance to hit the 500 mark tonight, and they lead by 15 heading into the third quarter. And taking a look at your schedule for Watford City this year, they opened up at Hazen. They won 32-16. Then they lost to Devil's Lake 26-6, which isn't a bad loss, really. A 20-point loss to the number 3 team here in Class 2A in the latest poll. Devil's Lake on a tear, just running through Kindred in their, Jamestown, in their last game. And then, of course, they ran into the buzzsaw that is Grand Forks Red River, number 1 team, 46-6 at home last week. So Watford City coming in here seemingly evenly matched with the Huskies, but their tricky offense hasn't been enough to manufacture points against Wahpeton. It's been run, and then run some more. And Wahpeton has been able to do just enough to force a couple turnovers and a big stop on 4th down as well. Jack Gilbertson making the tackle a yard short of the marker in Wahpeton territory. So Watford City, I don't know if they're going to be able to get past Wahpeton without throwing the football. We'll find out here when the third quarter starts. They got about 90 seconds on the scoreboard, and we're going to get back to the action. One more quick break. Word from our sponsors. You're listening to Husky Homecoming Football, Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show on KBMW, the voice of the Valley.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
That does it for your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. We're ready to get kicked off here in the second half. From Frank Vertin Field, sorry about that. I'm Robert Wanick at the Voice of the Valley. This game is also streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube. Second half kickoff presented by NDSCS, the science of learning by doing. Of course, NDSCS plays their home games here. They're on the road tomorrow at number 1 ranked College of DuPage. NDSCS coming in at number 3 in the rankings. Huge game for both teams. Wildcats get to practice at UNI, University of Northern Illinois, tonight. Nice opportunity for Division I facilities. So here we go. Your NDSCS kickoff is on the way. Watford City boots it. Actually, it's kicked directly into the front row. Onside kick recovered by the Huskies. Great hands there by number 21 of the Wahpeton Huskies, Trayton King. Couple nice plays by King tonight, a tackle and now a recovery of an onside kick, and that could have went bad for Wahpeton. Line drive into the front row, and King smothers it. Third quarter is underway here at Frank Vertin Field. Wahpeton leads 21-6. Caden Barth all alone at wide receiver on the left side. Right side, we've got two wideouts, Trayton Mauk in the backfield. Bjorn Kubla at quarterback. Shotgun snap to Kubla. Handoff to Mauk. Jump cut to the left. Stiff arms one tackler. He's going to be drugged down, but not before a gain of about 7 yards. So Trayton Mauk with another big gain. Trying to see how many times he can find himself in the end zone tonight. 3 touchdowns in the first half. 2nd and 3 for Wahpeton. 4 wide receiver set, trips on the left side. Same side as your Wahpeton Huskies sideline. Play action, they're going to air it out top to the right side. Beautiful route, and it's going to be a passing touchdown. Braden Steffens torches his defender, takes it up the right sideline. Touchdown Huskies. Steffens with a phenomenal route, just blows by the cornerback. And it's going to be his second receiving touchdown in as many games. Bjorn Kubla put some beautiful touch on that one, dropped it right into his receiver's hands in stride. Touchdown, Wahpeton. James Johnson. Point after attempt is through, and Wahpeton is looking like a new team this week. 28-6, they lead Watford City in a game that many billed as an evenly matched battle between 1 and 2 programs. Wahpeton dominating. We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number 1 today. So
Wahpeton takes just 1 play to strike here. 2 plays to strike here in the second half. A deep bomb down the right sideline. Kubla to Steffens, touchdown, 28-6 Huskies. It's going to be a short kick that bounces off the Wolves, but they pick it up and they're going to get a return here. Decent gain actually out to about the 36-yard line. So 2 passing touchdowns for Kubla tonight. One of them goes to Trayton Mauk and one of them goes to Braden Steffens. 4 passing touchdowns in the last 2 games for the senior as he continues to heat up. Michael Peterson in on that tackle on special teams, and the Wolves will take over. Starting from their own 36-yard line is Watford City. This game is streaming live on KBMW News Live YouTube. You're not. Snap, shotgun. Liedalberger takes it to the left side. Nice carry. So we're kind of set up at the top of the bleachers here, folks. There's not room in the press box for everybody today, so we're kind of navigating around some traffic the best we can. So bear with me if you're watching on KBMW News Live YouTube. 2nd and 4 after that 6-yard carry from Liedalberger. Ball at the 43-yard line. Watford City desperately trying to get something going. They have shown no life in the passing game, and the run game has dried up. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Chavez, I believe, and he's going to have enough for a first down. It is Chavez. So they fake right, they fake left, they go dead center with Chavez. Strong run for a first down. He's their bruiser back. You got your quarterback, Paco Baldenegro, who basically plays as a running back, and then you have Riley Liedalberger, running back, 162 pounds, 6-footer, and then you got Josh Chavez, 195, 5'11", doing the dirty work. So that moves the chains for Watford City. Little direct snap here to the right side, lots of running room, and it's going to be a 8-yard gain for Riley Liedalberger. So familiar faces here to open the second half for Watford City. It's Baldenegro, Liedalberger, and Chavez toting the rock. That brings up 2nd and 2. Huskies defense been phenomenal tonight. Took them about 1 drive to figure out all the trickery, and since then they've been shutting it down pretty well. But Watford City heating up here on this one. They have the ball in Huskies territory. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Chavez again. Had me fooled. And it's going to be enough for a first down. They do a nice job making the fake handoffs count. Landon Nordic gets in on that tackle for the Wahpeton defense, but not before a first down for Watford City, and they are at the Huskies' 42-yard line. Two tight ends bunched up on the line. It's going to be a handoff to the outside this time, running to the right side and tackled in the backfield. Both in on that tackle there was Brushert and Peterson. So Michael Peterson and Isaiah Brushert getting in there, make the tackle for a short gain. And it's about to get dark here at Frank Vertin Field. Last week there was actually some issues with some of the lights not working. I know they were working on it this week, so we'll see if the view is a little bit better on KBMW News Live YouTube. So let's get that scoreboard updated for you. 28-6 Wahpeton, 8:10 to go. Handoff goes up the middle, and that's going to be a nice play by the Huskies defense, pushing that one back. Liedalberger gets stuffed. Great call by Noel Eckroth up top. He said tackled by the law firm of Ralph and Mauk. Doing a nice job on the PA up there. Ball's now at the 37-yard line. It is 3rd and 5. Crowd making a little bit of noise here on homecoming for the Huskies. 3rd and 5. Watford City, direct snap to Chavez. He's looking. He's going to push forward for a first down and then some, and he's carrying some Huskies with him. Chavez, a tough runner for this team. Nice patience there. He goes to the left side. He waits for the blocks to form, puts a hand in his blocker's back, and follows him for a good gain. And they're going to quickly get up on the line here. Time not in Watford City's favor with Wahpeton up 28-6. 7:22 to go in the third. Another snap to Chavez. They're going to do the same thing. And he carries Huskies for another gain. He gets hit in the backfield there and turns it into something positive. And that kid is going to wear out the Huskies if they keep giving him the ball. 5'11", 195 pounds. Picks up 2 hard-earned yards there. Landon Ralph and Evan Doctor in on that tackle. 17 on the play clock. Watford City taking a long time to get the call in. They finally do break the huddle. They'll get to the line with 11 seconds left. Wide receivers still running out. 7, 6, 5. False start on Watford City. They're calling for an encroachment on the Huskies defense, but it looked like a whole lot of twitching on the line. Indeed it is. So that's going to cost them 5 yards. They could not get organized and get the play in. If you're just tuning in, 6:41 to go in the third quarter. Wahpeton 28, Watford City 6. It's homecoming for the Huskies at Frank Vertin Field. Fantastic game so far for Bjorn Kubala. He's got a pair of passing touchdowns. Trayton Mauk has 3 total touchdowns for the Huskies defense, an interception for Omar Martinez, and another one for Jack Gilbertson. 2nd and 13 coming up for the Wolves from the Huskies 28. Chavez has been the man this drive. And this time they're going to hand it up the middle to a man unknown at this time. Lots of moving parts. And that one actually goes to number 25. Up the middle was not Chavez, it was Connor Hastings, 5'9" running back. Quickly up to the line, they run another one. Looks like the pile's moving towards the line. Watford City might have pushed for a first down there. And that time it was Josh Chavez, it looks like. And they're waiting on this call, but it looks to be a first down. We'll move when they do. Good game so far for Wahpeton. And there's going to be a penalty flag that may be moving this one back. Aiding the runner. Wow, big mistake there from Watford City. So one of the offensive linemen was either pushing or pulling the running back, and you can't grab the running back's jersey and pull him forward. You can't hug him and give him a push forward. You can only push the pile, and that is going to be a big penalty that negates a first down. Not going to help Watford City dig out of this 22-point deficit. 3rd and 7 from the Huskies' 22-yard line. 5:34 to go in the third quarter. And they're going to stop them, it looks like. So we got a little bit of traffic in front of the camera again on the play, but it looks like a nice stop by the Huskies. Connor Hastings stopped on that carry, and Chase Marsh able to stuff him, and we're going to have a fourth down. High Camp Construction timeout coming up. Watford City wants to think about it. Big fourth down coming up for them. They trail by 3 scores here on Husky Homecoming on KBMW. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the fourth down play at Frank Vertin.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Welcome back to KBMW. 4th and 6. Watford City's got the ball at the Huskies' 22-yard line. Marsh making a nice stop there on 3rd down. Watford City 6 yards to go to keep this drive alive. Snap to Baldonegro. He's going to drop back to pass. He wants the end zone. He's got a man. He underthrows it. Wide receiver makes a nice adjustment, but he can't hang on. Baldonegro just didn't have enough on it. Connor Winter, wide open, could have walked into the end zone, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. So the passing game absent tonight for Watford City, and they're going to have trouble cutting into this big Huskies lead, 28-6 on homecoming. So Wahpeton takes over after that turnover on downs at their own 22. Everybody up on the line for this one. Wahpeton probably going to pound the rock and try to maintain this lead. Run some time off the clock. Hand off to Trayton Mauk. He's going to take it to the left side. A little bit of room to work with, and we'll see how much he can get. He's looking for the sideline. Big gain for Trey Mauk. Might be coming back, however, after he runs that one for about 15 yards. So Mauk gets to the outside, and some laundry on the field waiting for the call from the officials. As the sun goes down here at Frank Vertin in Wahpeton. Getting ready for Bull Bash over to the right side at NDSCS. They're going to have rodeo atmosphere tomorrow along with some live music. You can get your tickets at WFDBullbash.com. So we're going to get a penalty here, and Wahpeton's going to do it again. So the ball is marked exactly where it started, so it must have been a holding penalty from the spot of the foul. So Wahpeton's going to have 1st and 10 once again from the 22. Hit the reset button. 2 wide receivers near side. Mauk in the backfield. Quick out pass to Gilbertson. Has no blockers, but he's able to get upfield, and he might have benefited from a face mask on the end of that play. So Gilbertson did a good job. His fellow wide receiver on the near side of your screen on YouTube, he couldn't get the block down, but Gilbertson cut it upfield, took what he could get. We'll see what the call is. Personal foul face masks go. Watford City shooting themselves in the foot in the second half. And Wahpeton's going to take that, move the ball down the field a little bit. So how about those Huskies? They win last week, coming in 0-2 against Valley City. 31-27. Interception at the end by Jack Gilbertson to seal it. Come right back out. Take a 28-6 lead here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 15 seconds on the play clock as the Huskies are struggling to get it in. They will get to the line with 10 seconds to go. Mauk in the backfield. Bunch of blockers in front of him. No wide receivers spread out wide. Hand off to Mauk. He bumps into his own guy, Gilbertson. He cuts it up. He's going to reverse field, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. So trying to make something out of nothing there. No real estate to work with. Mauk loses a yard or two. And Wahpeton doesn't have to hit the go button here with a 22-point lead. 4 minutes left in the third. Just milk the clock if you're the Huskies. 2nd and 11 coming up from their own 46. Two wide receivers on the high side. Lone man down low. Trayton Mauk. He's your single back. Shotgun formation for the Wahpeton Huskies. Quick here to the right side. They're going to get it to Gilbertson again, and he shows off that burst. He's going to pick up about 7 yards. So Gilbertson, who wasn't on offense the first couple of weeks of the season, he's been inserted the last 2 weeks and quickly watching his role grow. Tremendous athlete, leading the team with 4 interceptions. And that was actually a 9-yard catch from Gilbertson, the freshman. Hard to believe he's a freshman with the things that he's doing out there on the gridiron. 3rd and 2, Huskies 45-yard line. This first down would go a long ways in burning the rest of the quarter. 2 wide receivers set. Kubla out of the shotgun. Mauk to his left. Man in motion. It's Gilbertson. They hand it off to Mauk. He's going to spin off a tackle, and it looks like he's going to get just enough for a first down with that second effort. He does such a good job of turning his back to the tackler, spinning off him, and that's going to do it. First down, that is enough to move the chains as Wahpeton slowly makes its way into Watford City territory. Not the most electric game tonight, both teams pounding the rock. Kubla picking apart the defense when it presents, but Wahpeton is ahead on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters if you're a Huskies fan on homecoming. 1st and 10, Kubla working out of the shotgun, 3 wideouts. Mauk to his left. He's going to float it to the left side to his wide receiver, number 6, for a big gain. Not a big gain, but about 8 yards on first down. And that one goes to Caden Barth, number 5. It's getting dark, and the numbers are getting hard to read once again. So 2nd down and 2. Hunter McCall relaying the play in to the Wahpeton Huskies. One part of the McCall brother coaching tandem, along with Evan. We have 9 on the play clock. Kubla once again in the shotgun. Takes a look at the defense, snaps it with 3 seconds to go. And he's going to go for a big shot. He's got a man. He connects again. Bjorn Kubla slice and dice this defense, young man. Touchdown, Huskies. 3rd touchdown for number 9. Caden Barth hits pay dirt, and Bjorn Kubla is gunslinging tonight. Huskies take a 34-6 lead. Brings out James Johnson. Perfect tonight on PATs. It's been a big addition to this team. That one no good as I hit him with the old announcer's jinx. I'm sorry, James. He was last week's Essential Health Player of the Game. We'll still get you that t-shirt after the game. Wahpeton takes a 35-6 lead. Kubla with a beautiful pass down the left sideline to Caden Barth. He's spreading the football around, and Wahpeton has got to be happy on homecoming. They lead big. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors on KBMW.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy a hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating, so many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Welcome back. That one gets into the hands of Wahpeton on the kickoff, it looks like. They're pointing that way. They squib kick it. It gets booted around. And the Huskies recover a fumble. So we come back from break. Before we can blink, the Huskies jump on a squib kick, and they have the football back. Not sure who got it. Again, it is dark here, folks. The black hole of Frank Vertin Field. But Wahpeton with another turnover. 3rd one of the night. They also have one on downs. Great job by the Huskies defense. You'll have to go over to the stream on KBMW News Live YouTube, see which Husky got in on the action there. So Wahpeton with a chance to eclipse the 40-point mark if they can sustain a short drive here, starting at their own 26. Handoff up the middle. Nice gain there by the Huskies to start the drive.
That handoff goes to the Wahpeton Huskies' Evan Doctor. A nice gain right up the middle.
And that one goes to Evan Doctor. So the first ball carrier not named Trayton Mauk tonight. Good gain for Doctor, about 6 yards. And Mauk handled all 25 carries last week, 216 yards. So Doctor going to get some tick here in the second half at tailback. Love to see it. He's going to stay in there. Kubla out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Doctor. He's got lead blockers, and he goes right up the middle. Nice job of Evan Doctor sticking with the game plan and going north with the football. And that's going to be a Wahpeton first down. They get closer to the end zone here. And if you're looking for Breckenridge football, we got that game as well on our YouTube page and B92.7 FM. All of our radio broadcasts can also be heard online at kbmwnews.com. Ball at the 12-yard line for the Huskies. Fresh set of downs. Line of gain will be the 2. 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. Huskies working on a blowout here. 34-6 over Watford City on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Kubla with 3 touchdown passes already. He hands it off to Doctor. Doctor sheds a tackle. Sheds a second tackle. Finally upended by number 88 of Watford City, who's had a nice game in his own right. It's Cade Singer. And that is going to close the book on the third quarter as Wahpeton is throwing up their hands with number 4 in the air. 1 more quarter to go. Husky homecoming. Wahpeton 34, Watford City 6. High school football at the Voice of the Valley, AM 1450, KBMW.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back things like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field for Wahpeton Huskies homecoming. 2nd and 6. They're at the 8-yard line, knocking on the door of a touchdown here. Bjorn Kubla. He's your quarterback. Evan Doctor's your running back to his left. 3 wideouts and a tight end. In motion, it's Jack Gilbertson. Right to left, they're going to hand it off to Doctor. He goes up the middle, picks up a few yards, inching closer to the first down. As the Huskies are going to roll out the goal line package here and try to punch in another touchdown, leading 34-6 to start the fourth quarter. You can stream this game live on KBMW News Live YouTube. Sun down at Frank Vertin Field, getting a little bit harder to see, but I will try my best to get the names and numbers to you on the broadcast. Wahpeton looks to improve to 2-2 on the season. Kubla has not taken a snap under center tonight. Shotgun, handoff to Evan Doctor, his 4th straight carry. He gets mighty close to the goal line, and they're still pushing him, but he's going to fall just short. And this will be interesting. They have James Johnson, who kicked a 27-yard field goal last week. They are up 34-6. Will Wahpeton go for it on 4th and goal, or will they kick a field goal? You'd think you want the young man to get some reps. Potentially get some reps here in case you need him to kick a field goal down the road here in a tight spot. But you also want to reward your offense for sustaining drives tonight as we have an injury on the field. And your injury report tonight, presented by CHI St. Francis, it did not have anyone on it before the game, which is good news for these teams. It looks to be just a cramp out there as they're stretching out one of the Watford City players. We'll take a quick break on AM 1450 KBMW. Huskies up big on homecoming over Watford City.
Bye. Experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
It's homecoming. Huskies running away with this one, 34-6 over Watford City, and it was not first and goal because the yard to gain was the 2-yard line. I forgot that when we flipped field here to start the fourth quarter. So they're going to have 4th and 1 at the 3-yard line, and they are going to trot out the offense. Doctor's going to be the running back again. Trayton Malk may very well have the rest of the evening off after doing the heavy lifting with 3 touchdowns. 4th and 1 from the 3. Bjorn Kubla, shotgun, handoff to Doctor. He plunges forward. Evan Doctor hit at the goal line. Touchdown, Evan Doctor. Welcome to the party, number 16. 40 spot for the Wahpeton Huskies. They take a 34-point lead. Evan Doctor, from linebacker to halfback, he's getting it done tonight. Wahpeton dominating the Wolves. So James Johnson, he'll come out and try to tack on to this lead for Wahpeton. That one's good. So Johnson, yet another PAT for James Johnson, and it is 41-6. Wahpeton, who at one point trailed in this game 6-0, seems like a distant memory. Touchdowns all over the place for Wahpeton tonight. We got a receiving touchdown for Braden Steffens, 2 running and 1 receiving for Trayton Malk. And Evan Doctor with a rushing touchdown. I feel like I'm leaving somebody off in the touchdown column. It's been an offensive juggernaut kind of night for the Huskies. We'll see if it comes to me here. Malk's got 3 of them. 1 for Steffens. 1 for Doctor. Caden Barth have a receiving touchdown? We'll find out. 10:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Huskies set to kick it off here. Beautiful night at Frank Vertin Field, campus of NDSCS. And again, thanks for the patience on firing these ads. Just like this CHI St. Francis injury report ad. Sometimes I've been leaving them up on the screen a little long. It is our first night rolling out a full ads package. And another short kick gets booted by Watford City, but they're able to cover this one. Could not cover the last one, and that led to Wahpeton's scoring drive. So for a long time, we've had minimal graphics on our YouTube streams. We're beefing them up. Video ads are coming very soon. Highlights from games coming very soon. We now have complete graphics for our sponsors. It's just a matter of using them and using them correctly. So thanks for tuning in. We're really trying hard to bring a great look to the broadcast for these local athletes, so they got something they can look back on years down the road. Watford City taking over here, 10 minutes to go. Fourth quarter, they'll start the drive from their 36. 3-back set. And it looks like another fumble was jumped on by Wahpeton. Let's zoom in and see who's got the football. Fighting for it at the bottom of the pile. And Wahpeton is emphatically sure that they have it. Who is that man on the bottom of the pile? Isaiah Brushert, number 19. What a defensive stretch for Brushert. He had a sack and a half last week. He comes in tonight, fumble recovery, and the Huskies keep turning over the Wolves. Wow. Two fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions tonight for Wahpeton. So we're going to get a quick timeout presented by our friends at High Camp Construction. 9:35 to go in the ball game. Wahpeton up handily, 41-6 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton going to call a timeout, take a breather on KBMW.
There are some things you don't want to fall behind on, especially when it comes to your health. A colorectal cancer screening is one. Essentia Health reminds you to schedule your colorectal cancer screening, which can detect and even prevent colorectal cancer before symptoms appear. Schedule an appointment with your primary care provider online at essentiahealth.org to learn which screening option is right for you. Stay ahead of colorectal cancer and get screened.
Back to business at Frank Vertin Field. Wahpeton has become a turnover machine tonight. 2 interceptions by the Huskies defense, Omar Martinez and Jack Gilbertson. Fumble recovery from Isaiah Brushert. And another fumble recovery on an onside kick that we couldn't see the number on. Black jerseys, black numbers. Poor lighting tonight. Shotgun snap, one-hand grab by Kubla. Sticks it in the belly of his running back, who is spinning for yardage. And he's going to get wrangled in the backfield. Made it look pretty sweet, though, in the meantime. Michael Peterson bouncing around back there. Thought he was going to be able to reverse field, but the Wolves kind of kept him bottled up there. Ends up being a hefty loss, about 5 yards. Second and 15, excuse me. So Wahpeton at the Watford City 41, 2nd and 15. Snap, it's Gilbertson at quarterback. Hand off to Peterson. He's not going to get much on that one. So Wahpeton rolling out the reserves. Gilbertson and Peterson not reserves, but they are the offensive second strings here. Peterson RB3, I think you could safely say, behind Mauk and Doctor. Great options, however, in the Wahpeton backfield. Peterson having a fine night in the secondary, of course. Gilbertson, wide receiver, safety. Dare I say, turning into a star already as a freshman, and now he's going to get some reps at QB. If you remember, he ripped off a 70-plus yard rushing touchdown to end that game versus Kindred. Gilbertson working out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on the left side, 1 wide receiver on the right. He's going to hand it off once again. Running near sideline is Peterson, I believe. He gets bumped out of bounds. Picks up a few yards there. But it will be 4th and long. Peterson having trouble finding an opening on this drive. 4th down and 14. Wahpeton has the ball. 4th and 11 now. They have the ball at their 36-yard line after a 3-yard gain by Michael Peterson. A host of Wolves on the tackle there. Huskies exclusively out of the shotgun. Nothing new there. Gilbertson is your man at QB here, the Wahpeton freshman, relieving Bjorn Kubla after a 3-touchdown night. Hand off to Peterson. He makes a nice move there. Picks up a good chunk. Not enough for a first down, but it's good to see him make some headway in the backfield. Watford City's going to take over on downs after a 6-yard carry on 4th and 11. 7:05 to go. Wahpeton leading 41-6. On homecoming, looking to make it back-to-back wins after starting off 0-2 against number 1 ranked Kindred from Class 1A and Minot North, who's receiving votes in the Class 2A poll. That was Austin Fensky on that carry, excuse me. So Fensky, 1 touch, 6 yards, not bad. Watford City takes over at their own 30. Direct snap to Chavez. He's going to run right. He's got a little bit of a burst. He's got a lot of power, too, so watch out. There he goes down the sideline. He's not even going to have to use it. Goes untouched for about 25 yards. So 25-yard run for Chavez, who's been that north-south runner tonight. He takes that one to the outside, catches the Huskies by surprise. A little bit of quickness from that man, 5'11", 195. They now have the ball at the 44-yard line of Wahpeton. Baldenegro and Chavez in the backfield. Baldenegro hands it off, running to the left. Lots of room for Watford City. Finally pulled down after a huge gain is number 22, Tristan DeVries. He's kind of been the third wheel in this running attack, or fourth wheel, I guess. We're going to have a flag in the area of holding, and they're going to point that way and call this one back. Block in the back. Block in the back, which you don't really need to do on a run play. You usually see that on a return or a passing play in the open field. So that's going to negate a beautiful run there for Watford City as time just keeps ticking away on a game where the outcome is a foregone conclusion, and we're going to see a couple people get ready to head to the exits. Wahpeton 41, Watford City 6. Thanks for hanging out on KBMW. Big night for the Huskies. Bjorn Kubla, 3 touchdowns. Trayton Malk, 3 touchdowns, and a bunch of turnovers for the Huskies defense. It's going to be Chavez on the right side, giving pursuit. The Huskies are going to pull him down after a gain of about 5 yards. Been very impressed with Josh Chavez tonight. Makes his way out of bounds on the far sideline of Watford City. Good crowd here tonight for homecoming in Wahpeton. Congratulations once again to King, Carson Hinsberg, and Queen Olivia Nelson. Second down and 10 for Watford City at the Huskies' 45-yard line. And this one taken right up the middle, bounced outside for a second, swallowed up by the Huskies. So that was number 25. Number 25 is Connor Hastings getting some reps there for Watford City. He went into the center of the defense, kind of bounced out and tried to take it outside, but Wahpeton had good containment on the outer half. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 from the Huskies 40 as we hit the 4-minute mark on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton 41, Watford City 6. Up to the line, all-out run formation. Direct snap to Chavez. He's going to go to the right side. Patient again before he turns on the jets. Boom! Chavez lays a hit on the end of that run. Bringing the pain, Josh Chavez. Putting on a nice rushing clinic. Fullback size, running back speed for that young man. A good combo. You don't want to get in front of him at the end of a run. It's like a runaway train. Chavez, a big hitter in this backfield. He's going to get a break. So he heads over to the sideline. Number 44 for Watford City. And he is huffing and puffing over there after carrying a heavy load here in the second half. Chavez bent over on the sideline. They're going to give him a well-deserved rest. As Watford City runs to the right side. Tackle made there on the play by number 21 of the Wahpeton Huskies. Number 21 for the Huskies is Trayton King. Isaiah Brushard also in on that tackle. And we won't get stats for a couple days, folks. I'm a one-man crew up here running the radio, the video stream, and the camcorder. No statistician, and Wahpeton doesn't have one either. Thankfully, Coach Hunter McCall will go over the film and get us the stats at a later date. Run up the middle, and they're going to get something out of this. They're going to get a little extra. Watford City taking it in for a touchdown. So Watford City runs it in for 12 yards out. A little bit of consolation prize here. Makes it 41-12 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Again, in the darkness of Frank Vertin Field, very hard to see this far away who that was, but it's a 12-yard touchdown, and they're going to go for 2 here. No surprise. Snap is off, rolling to the right side. 2-point conversion. Looked like it was number 52, Harper Moberg there. I could be wrong. It was offensive lineman Moberg. So Moberg running a couple Wahpeton defenders over, scoring the 2-point conversion. 41-14, Wahpeton leads Watford City. Minute 33 to go. We'll stay right here. Huskies homecoming couldn't have went better. Fall behind 6-0. Watford City moves the ball with ease on their opening drive, running a bunch of strange sets with multiple tight ends in the backfield, fullback, 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, faking the snap to one, the other one taken in the shotgun, reverse plays, toss plays, you name it. They had Wahpeton reeling. Only took them 1 drive to figure it out, and they didn't score again until just now. So Wahpeton defense doing a great job, forcing 5 turnovers on the evening. And Trayton Mauck, after a slow start to the season in games 1 and 2, piling on the rushing yards for this Huskies lineup. Another dominant night from Trayton Mauck. So kicking it off is Watford City. 2:10 to go in the 4th quarter. I'm Robert Wannick on KBMW. And that one is kicked deep. Chasing after it is Mauck, and he just picks it up on the ground. So it bounces, he chases after it, picks it up, no return. Kind of surprised to see him in there with 2 minutes left. Happy to see him in there because he can turn any touch into a touchdown. But you don't want to see him get hurt at the end of the game here. So he comes off the field. Second team offense is going to go out there. Jack Gilbertson moving from wide receiver to QB1 here on what's most likely Wahpeton's final drive. Bunch of new faces in on the line as well. Taylor Sondro, one of those big linemen stepping in. He is 6'6", 175-pound senior. He's playing right guard. Snap is high. Gilbertson swats it to himself with one hand, able to salvage the play and actually pick up a rushing gain. Good athletic play by Jack Gilbertson. Just got his fingertips on that ball and tipped it in the air and caught it. So we have a minute 45 to go in the game. Wahpeton 41, Watford City 14. Snap is off. It's going to be a handoff. Up the middle, Huskies don't get much out of that one, and we're down to a minute 20 here. 41-14. Wahpeton up big. And Latrell Williams gets in on the tackle. Breckenridge Cowboys football is over on B92.7 FM, streaming on YouTube at KBMW News Live as Wahpeton runs this one under a minute. They're going to let the play clock go all the way down. 15 on it right now, and Wahpeton can start celebrating a homecoming victory over Watford City. All Huskies after an opening drive that resulted in 6 for the Wolves. Jack Gilbertson trying to put the finishing touches on this game. He's in at QB. Hands it off. Run to the right side. Nothing there. Good tackle in the backfield. Couple flags coming in. Not sure what that is. Holding potentially. That was number 26. Riley Hogarth on the carry. So we're just awaiting the penalty here. It's on Watford City. Must be a horse collar or a face mask, something at the end of the run. That's going to move the football forward, and that's going to about do it, folks. I'm sorry, we don't have much more exciting to announce here at the end of the game. Runaway victory for Wahpeton on homecoming, 41-14 over Watford City. and Wahpeton climbs to 2-2 on the season. Huskies with a good counterpunch after a couple tough losses, including a game in week 2 where they were tied 21-21 with Minot North and ended up losing by 2 scores. So Wahpeton won't have to snap the football here. Time will run out on this one. 10 seconds on the clock. Huskies 41, Watford City 14. That's a final at Frank Vertin Field. Homecoming. Wahpeton back to 500. Lots to look forward to as they find themselves in a potential playoff race, going up against conference opponents and Class 2A rivals the rest of the way. West Fargo, Horace, Red River, Grand Forks Central. We'll get to see all those teams yet on the schedule as Wahpeton tops Watford City in grand fashion on homecoming. We'll be right back with your Miller Realty post-game show. I'm Robert Wanick on AM 1450 KVMW, the voice of the Valley.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Welcome back to Frank Vertin Field. Emphatic victory for the Wahpeton Huskies, 41-14 on homecoming over Watford City. This is your Miller Realty post-game show, and it's pretty cut and dry today. Miller Realty, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, trust, and, of course, service. Nothing special to it. Just feed Trayton Mauk, get a lead, and then start throwing the rock around. They established the run, and that allowed him to spread the gravy to the wide receivers. Bjorn Kubla stays hot, 5 passing touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, including 3 tonight. Kubla hits Jackson DeFries, he hits Trayton Mauk, and he hits Caden Barth. A trio of touchdowns for Bjorn Kubla, a rushing touchdown for Evan Doctor, and 3 total touchdowns for Trayton Mauk, who was once again a human highlight reel. So Mauk last week, he went for 25 yards, 25 carries. Mauk last week, 25 carries, 216 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did not get Essential Health Player of the Game. Probably the biggest snub ever, but we gave it to Jack Gilbertson with a game-winning interception. He had 2 picks in the game, and James Johnson, the kicker, who accounted for 7 points in a 4-point win. So let's give it to Trayton Mauk this week, a kid who could get it every week with the way he plays. Your Essentia Health Player of the Game is Trayton Mauk, Wahpeton senior tailback. He goes for 3 touchdowns and a bunch of chunk runs. Trayton Mauk, number 44. Essentia Health here with you. And your Red River Agency Play of the Game, we're going to give that one to... Let's give that one to Omar Martinez. Young man gets his first interception of the season. So Omar Martinez gets your Red River Agency Play of the Game. It was still a close game at that time, and Watford City was going for a first down, rolled out to the right, overthrew the wide receiver. Baldenegro's pass was sailed deep, and Omar Martinez was waiting in the wings. 5'4", lurking, picks it off, turns it into a nice return. That's your Red River Agency Play of the Game, your trusted hometown agents. And again, I'm Robert Wanick, firing these graphics off tonight. You may see we've had a little bit of trouble getting the graphics to go on our broadcast. But hey, we got them ready. All of our sponsors have graphics, and we are upping the product here on KBMW News Live YouTube. We're going to be having some video highlights, some video ads, and just an all-out new look as the season goes on. We're super excited because we just had a plain Jane scoreboard for a couple years, and excited for you guys sticking around and tuning in as we just keep advancing on the digital side of radio. This is the Voice of the Valley, streaming at KBMW News Live YouTube. Wahpeton 41, Watford City 14. That's a final on your Miller Realty postgame show. I'm Robert Wanick, and that about does it. My boy's getting baptized in the morning. I got to get some rest. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. For more sports anytime, check out kbmwnews.com.
Tonight's Huskies football game was brought to you by Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Optimum Rehab, Otter Tail Power Company, Red River Agency, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, and Vision Ford. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. And make sure to catch the Giant Sports Show every Saturday at 9 a.m. Thanks for listening.